gamers, Stogie here, and today I got some Borderlands 2 gameplay for you. I want to bring you guys a little mashup here of some clips I put together from my beginnings playing the game and talk about what the game's about and let you guys know what you can expect. For those of you that haven't bought it yet, it might lead you to get it. I think it's a pretty awesome game. This is the beginning of the game here, and you can see how I'm standing up, and I already have an assault rifle in my hand. When you start off the game, you'll actually start off with bare hands, with nothing, but the one cool thing about this game is when you jump in a game, you can start from where you left off, or you can just jump in a buddy's game and just start playing with them right then, co-op style. So I'm getting my HUD here right now, and then look on the bottom there, you'll see I'm a level 6 already. So when I got the game, my brother was on playing, so I jumped on and started playing with him several missions into the game at level 1, and I died a whole bunch, but it was how you could start. So right here, this is the very first boss in the game, and when you get the bosses, they do this cool little animation intro. And I watched some people play this guy on YouTube, and they had only pistols, and it took them like, I don't know, 5 minutes to kill him. So right there, you can see it took me like 4 shots to kill him because I already had a gun that was significantly better than what you would have had at this point in the game. So when you get to a point in the game where you've already experienced part of the campaign, the main storyline, it'll also let you teleport to your furthest possible point in the game rather than play through missions that you've already done. So you'll see that here later in the game. I'll get to that menu and show you what it looks like. Right here, this is what it looks like after you complete a mission, whether it be a story mission or an optional mission. This little thing comes up, shows you what your reward is, tells you the difficulty of it. You generally get some money or some gear or both. So right there, I finished the first chapter of the game, real basic, real easy. And when you go from different parts in the map to other parts in the map, you see these little arrows with these buttons, and then you see these loading screens, which in the top left there, it'll tell you where you're going. So right now I was teleporting to the southern shelf. So once I get to the southern shelf, I meet Sir Hammerlock. And again, I'm putting these clips in chronological order of the storyline, not actually how I played them. So you'll see once Sir Hammerlock comes into the game, he's got a little green question mark over his head. And whenever someone has that over their head, that means that you've completed a mission and you need to turn in with them and collect your reward. So right now I'm looking at the screen and it's showing me that I can select a new mission there or go ahead and take my reward for that mission. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, get my reward, and then it says fast forward. Would you like to skip missions you have already completed in another play session? So like I said, I started at level 1 with my brother who was a couple missions above. This box right here is what makes this game so cool. So I could click that and go ahead to where I was, which I did, but here you'll see I'm level 4. And I'm playing this boss. This was where I started with my brother and kind of where the game ended. So this is the second boss that you get to, and he's not too tough. The first time that we played him, I was a little bit behind in level. I think I was playing with World Pattern and my brother, and the guy that you face, this Captain Flint, he would shoot fire at you and stuff and was kind of hard to kill with level 4 weapons. But one cool thing that my brother could do was use his specialty skill. So there's 4 different classes in the game by default. I'm the Gunzerker, so my specialty is I can dual wield weapons. My brother was the assassin, so he has a special melee attack where he goes invisible. There's also a commando which drops a turret, and then there's a girl who runs SMGs as her specialty, and her unique thing that she can do is she can like levitate people up in the air and something like that. So right here what you see is my skill tree, and up at the top in the center you see my guy with 2 guns and it says 1 out of 1. I just used my first skill point to unlock that. Then you have these 3 skill trees that you can go on: green, blue, and red. And generally there's something like health, make you more like a juggernaut, something that makes you better at gun skill, and then something that makes you better at your unique abilities. So right here you'll see where I hit yes, go ahead and skip forward. So it's going on the loading screen, and then it'll take me to the mission that I had left off on with my brother, which was trying to find Sanctuary. So it teleports me in, and you can see on the top right there where it has my map, it says the road to Sanctuary, go to Sanctuary. So that's where I was at in the game. And right here, for the first time, you see me in a vehicle. Vehicles are pretty cool in this game. You can fit 2 players in this vehicle, but other vehicles can hold up to 4. You can have 2 vehicles on a map at any given time with up to 4 players on a map at any given time. So it's highly recommended for everybody to take their own vehicle, because as you see there on my HUD on the bottom right, it has infinite ammo, and on the bottom left you can see my health and my turbo. Well, the health regenerates on these things, so that's really cool. So I recommend getting in a vehicle, driving around, luring guys out, and then getting back in a vehicle. So right here you see I'm going to go out here and go up to this door, because I know as soon as I get to this door, 2 very tough to kill guys are going to come out. And then you'll see I take that advice and I go back, jump in the car, and then I shoot them up with the car, because they can hurt the health of my car, but they're not going to hurt my health if they shoot me. And with unlimited ammo and no burnout, you can just continue to fire at them, so it makes it pretty easy. And then you can see the arcade style of the game, how when you just light guys up, the points pour out of them, so that's really cool. You get overall XP for killing a guy, and then you saw he dropped a bunch of loot. So that's one of the coolest things about this game to me, is loot. So when you kill guys or find rare chests or something, there will be loot in the game. And you see that guy had a shield and I couldn't shoot through it, so I just ran into him and he fell over. So see how that loot they dropped? You can go out and collect that loot. And what makes this game so cool is the loot is basically unique to everything you're going to pick up. So they advertise like 87 bazillion different guns in the game, and they're literally not kidding. You'll find there's like 4 or 5 or 6 manufacturers of weapons, and they all do different things, but you stand over them and see those little screens like I was looking at, and they show you damage, fire rate, accuracy, reload time, any special abilities it might have. And generally, like, this is a bigger chest in the game. It's not one of the rarer chests, but it's a bigger one, so generally when you open it you get some cool stuff. So there's a couple, you know, kind of not great guns, but when you open stuff, your looting chance or looting percentage is set to certain things within the game. So every once in a while you open that stuff up and get a rare item. So right there you can see the sell ability on the bottom. See, it says $83 and $61. So if I pick those guns up, I can trade them in for cash, which is kind of cool, because you could take the cash back to Sanctuary and put it in a slot machine and roll that for pretty rare items. So it's always good to stack up on whatever you find and come across, because you can always sell it or trade it with your friends. Like I can go over to someone I'm playing co-op with, and we can look at each other and we can trade items. So it's pretty cool. I really enjoyed this game. I got some more gameplay coming after this, some more action-packed stuff, so you guys can see some of the higher level weapons, talking about some of the elemental effects of the weapons and what they do and when you might want to use them. So right here at the end of the game, I just thought I'd show you a little bit of gameplay fighting. So I got a shotgun here that does some fire explosive damage when it hits, and you can see when I get criticals on these guys and shoot them in the head, it's basically like a one-hit kill. So it's really neat to level up your guns and play with friends, and I just think it's a fantastic game, so I'd highly recommend it to anybody who has not picked it up yet. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. And again, like I said, I'll be bringing out some more Borderlands 2 videos to kind of show you guys more in depth what this game has to offer. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. I'm going to show you guys how to get a gold key for free through the main menu. You just go to the shift code here and go to sign up. Go to the privacy policy and the terms of service, and you just kind of open those up, and it checks that box there that you read them. So here I click terms of service, and then you go over to accept, hit accept, put in your email and password that you want to use for that, and hit sign up. And then it'll say, I sent you a confirmation email to this email address, hit OK. Then you back out of there, go to your email, hit the confirmation code, it confirms it. Go back into the game. I'm just going to hit continue. I was already in the Sanctuary, so it's going to spawn me in the Sanctuary. But when you spawn in the Sanctuary, that's where the gold box is, where you use the gold key. So watch here when I spawn. I come through this fancy tube and spawn, and it says, boom, you have 2 golden keys now available. Now I have 2 because I just joined the Premier Club too, so I got 1 for that, but the other one is for just signing up for that, so you get a gold key right off the bat. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know about it off the bat, so I figured I would share it with you guys just in case you didn't know. Then you see here, run over to the chest, and there I have 2 gold keys. So awesome, guys. If you guys like my videos, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment below. I'll talk to you guys later.